Hey, welcome to Under the House. We're here today with Ryan, just chillaxing.
Drinking a gallon of water.
Drinking
What's
a
up?
gallon of water.
Ryan has a whole gallon.
It's good to drink a
And
gallon.
a beef stick in his front shirt pocket.
You gotta balance out the healthy with the not healthy.
Ready. He's ready.
Hell yeah. Well, we were talking about inner monologues. And,
Not everybody
and how,
has one.
Yeah, and how some people don't have an inner monologue.
How do you know that?
Because
I Googled it.
The internet.
I fucking Googled it.
Because the internet's
The
always
internet
right,
told me.
Ryan.
I guess that's true. Okay, take what you will.
No, there's been... Sorry, Lacey.
So to think that people
there's
don't
been
have an
a
inner
lot of
monologue-
surveys done. Not everybody has a conversation with themselves in their head. I know that I do.
That's crazy. I guess it's crazy to think that you don't have an inner monologue.
Yeah.
Whereas
Yeah.
us talking to ourselves all the time.
I'm always talking to myself. I spend most of my day all alone in a fucking truck. And I'm entertaining myself, for sure.
Totally.
I'm definitely entertaining
Oh, yeah.
myself.
Entertaining,
Out loud.
Entertaining yourself.
Yeah, that's
You gotta
right.
like hype yourself up by doing some crazy sounds.
I do sounds, for sure.
That's the best. Who
Who
else are you gonna talk to?
Yeah, I just do crazy shit
Are you
all
just
day.
driving down the road doing that shit?
No, when I'm driving, no, I'm pretty much listening to a podcast
making
most of the
faces at
time or
people
listening
and
to
shit?
music. It's when I'm like getting my shit together at each respective stop. I'm in the back of the truck organizing shit, and I'm just kind of talking to my motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Weird sounds. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of talking like this.
See, and that's weird that some people don't have that ability. Some people can't like have an inner monologue. So I
And, like,
guess
they
what
don't
would
even
be
know what they're missing.
what would be the opposite of that? It's basically like you just don't like you. I don't know. That's so weird to think about not having an inner voice.
I want to know what the fuck are they thinking? What's going through their mind?
nothing. Obviously.
Because even when I'm not talking, I'm fucking talking.
Maybe they just move modularity.
Or like, what do dogs think about? It's just like
Us
outside.
They're guardians.
Outside. Treat. I want a treat.
having to pee.
Yeah.
I know Bowie will lay on my head.
Food.
But
in
I
the
want to
morning.
know in their mind, how do these ideas
I asked
come
Camille this
across to
question the
these
other day.
dogs? Like, how do they perceive these ideals? What is happening in their mind?
What
I
that
heard
dog
that dogs
stops.
don't even actually see in black and white. That's a myth. It's that they have a spectrum of colors. They can't see like everything that a human being can see.
I need the fucking internet for this.
But then they also can hear way better than us.
Oh
too.
yeah, yeah.
Like those ultra pitched, ultrasonic.
Not my parents' dog.
Old puppy.
He doesn't hear shit. He's old.
Dogs see the colors of the world as basically yellow, blue, and gray. They see the colors green, yellow, and orange as yellowish, but they see violet as blue. Blue-green is seen as gray.
So they
Cool.
do see some
They
colors.
see some color.
They do. So basically,
That's pretty sweet.
wear yellow and blue around your dog. To bring a little color to
And
its
they
life.
will like you.
They will naturally love you more because you're bringing beauty and color to their life.
Huh.
Instead of just boring old gray. Which is, of course, what you are wearing right now.
I love the color gray, man.
Yeah, dude.
I
I
fucking
love the
love
color.
gray.
90% of my closet is black and gray.
It's comfortable.
Anyway,
Your
what do
light
you
grays with your dark grays.
think dogs think about? Nobody answered me.
No, food.
We did.
But
Food.
how are they like
Walks.
conveying these ideas to themselves?
I think it's however you annotate what you
I don't think a
expect
dog
to say.
is-
because they don't speak words like us.
I-
Like when I think in English. You know, like I'm talking to myself.
I don't think
What
it's
makes
like
a dog think? Oh shit, that motherfucker gonna give me a treat.
that.
Like, how do they think about
what is
that?
that? Pavlov's dog,
I think it's body language too.
where
from
they
the
where
pet
you
to the
train where you
guardian.
associate reward
With an action
with
or
an
a
action
sound.
or a sound.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know
It's
that.
probably a lot of
that
that.
shit works not only with dogs.
I wonder if you could try that as like a social experiment on somebody. Just like You know, you're in the grocery store and you just fucking. I'm trying to think of a good example. Like
You got to give a motherfucker a treat.
every time somebody
exactly.
hears you,
Have you
drop-
guys seen that new show on Netflix called Canine Intervention?
No.
It's basically a hip hop Muslim dude like Caesar Milan style. He's like out there training dogs, but he does it for big old Hollywood stars like Kevin Hart and shit. He trains them dogs.
Gives them back to him, and they're just like, sit.
He's
Yeah,
probably
basically.
he's probably kicking them when no one's looking.
He said dogs are motivated
Assholes.
by praise or food or prey.
Mm-hmm.
It's normally one of those things. Maybe a little bit. It's like I majored in this in college, but I minored
Yeah.
in this. You know.
That's why Bowie chases after everything.
Would you say he's prey driven or food
He's
driven?
food driven.
I think most creatures on the planet are mostly food driven.
Are you more of a dog person or a cat person?
110,000% dog.
All right, because I was thinking about getting a cat,
Cats are great. I have.
and I was like, I was thinking
I have
about, I was like,
cats.
am I
They're
more
great.
of a dog person or a cat person? I obviously I want to say a dog person, but I think a cat would be cool too.
I'll tell you what. My cats just run around my fucking house fucking shit up all day. They get in the plants and they kick dirt all into the carpet and shit all over the place. My cat Bodie pisses in the shower all the time.
But I've met some cool fucking cats. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That like to get high and hang out with you and
Cats are
be-
cool, but
like
they're
big-
also
big,
fuckers.
Big fat tomboy cats.
I don't like
Tomboy
cats.
cat?
I mean, I like
Tom-
cats,
what is-
but I would
yeah,
never be a
tomcats.
cat owner.
Tomcat.
Tomcats.
Tomboy cat.
Tomboy cats.
He's on the softball team or some shit.
Who is?
He said tomboy cat.
tomboy
He was trying to
cat.
say tomcat.
So
So he
it's
said
a-
tomboy cat.
It's like a female cat.
Plays lacrosse.
That
Plays
wants to
lacrosse.
wear overalls. Whoops.
I don't know. What? Why would you get a cat? Are you trying to adopt one or buy one? You know
No,
what?
I
We got
was-
Bodie.
I
You know
was-
where we got him? We got him from some weird ladies in Wheat Ridge that lived in a trailer that had about 25 cats in this trailer. It was wild.
I
Like
saw
vomit.
we were in PetSmart for our dog to get some dog food, and I was drawn to this like gray cat. It was the only cat there, but I was drawn to this cat, and I went up to it and I put my hand up to the glass, and it's trying to like love on me from outside the glass. It was a girl cat, and it was just like I don't know. I felt like this connection with it, and I was like, we could take a cat home.
You think Bubba would do good with a cat?
He would have to.
My dog
fucking have to.
chases
You
all
already-
the cats
You
in my
already have
house.
An animal. I would somehow like try it out without just subjecting him to.
Fuck that. I think you should just get a fucking bird like you were talking about.
Dude, a parrot? I want an African gray.
Shits are cool. They can
Dude, they are the
they can cut your
smartest-
fucking finger off.
They
though,
are the
bro, with their
smartest
mouth.
fucking bird in African gray.
Are they, or
My-
is a crow
no,
smarter?
my
Because I thought
mom's-
crows
Are they
were the
gray?
smartest bird.
My mom's friend, growing up, she had an African gray, and it knew their son's name, and their son's name was Eb, or Aaron, but they called him Eb, and it would just be like, Eb, and you're just like, you're sitting there you just sit there and talk to you.
Is
and
that all it
shit.
said?
No, it said a bunch of other shit, but it's like it was super smart.
You should get a fucking bird. I'm trying to get a hawk still. That's not even a joke. It's not even a fucking
No,
joke.
it's
I'm
just-
trying to get a hawk.
Why do you want a hawk?
How are you gonna get a hawk?
Yeah,
Why would
how
I'm
are
gonna
you
catch a
gonna
wild
fire-
one?
Really?
Illegally?
It's not illegal.
Isn't it illegal? Are they like an endangered species list
no.
somewhere?
No.
Let's look it up.
People do it all the fucking time. It's called falconry.
Yeah, look up. Can you
They snatch them from the wild,
Google,
homie.
can you capture a falcon?
Hell yeah, I've seen people doing it. They make special cages.
I'm gonna
You lure them
capture
in
a
with
falcon.
food.
Falcon or a hawk?
I want a hawk, and I want a female hawk, and I want to name her Harriet. I've been thinking a lot about it. That's the perfect name.
Oh my god.
It's the perfect name for a hawk.
Harriet.
Harriet, bruh. A
Why?
red tail, little lady.
I was thinking Lola. Hit the female.
Well, I want to hit on that H, right? Hawk. Harriet the hawk. Makes
Okay.
sense. And I want like an old school old lady name for it too. So that's the one.
Hydrogenated.
It's perfect.
Hydrogenated. Come here, hydrogenated.
Ooh, you brought a tear to my
The
eye
hawk.
with that one. I felt that one deep. I got goosebumps.
Hydrogenated.
Jesus Christ. Ryan, what about you? Are you happy with just one dog? Or are you trying to add more animals to
Trying
the
to get
stable?
another dog.
What kind of dog you want to get this time? Are you happy with the little dog?
Absolutely. I
He's a
love
great
little
boy.
dogs. I love Bowie.
I gotta say,
Small dogs.
he attacks the shit out of me when I come over, though. Not in like a mean way.
It's because he hates you.
It's not mean.
He
That's
doesn't
not
know
nice.
you.
That's his
He,
fault.
he likes you. He's excited. That's why he cries like he does. He just wants to see you.
Well, every time I try to pet on him, he's like, nah, nah, nah. He like tries to get me.
He does that with us too. He's just excited. He likes chewing on fingers. Like he'll still take mine and Camille's hands and just bite a finger and like take us.
All right, I see
Huh.
it. My dog gets excited too when people come over.
Yeah, totally.
She gets real high, but
I'm happy she doesn't bite people. Or
no,
not
she
bite,
doesn't do
but
none of that. She'll just lick you.
Bowie doesn't bite.
She'll just lick you and jump on you. And she's like 80 pounds, so it's a little.
Her nails are thick too. I'm always afraid my shirt's gonna
You know
rip.
what? The vet won't even cut her fucking nails
Why?
because she does not like it. She doesn't allow it to happen.
It's always a weird experience getting your animal's nails cut. We had to take Bubba to get his nails cut, and every time he goes, he just fucking he's looking at us like, why are you letting this happen?
Dude, Harley
You
won't.
know what I mean?
She like literally won't let it happen. And I just want to say, I hate my dog's name. That's what we adopted
Harley?
her. That was already her name. I didn't choose that name. And the reason why she was named that way is because
What would you have chosen?
I really don't know. And you know what? It's funny. Your sister the other night was like, we should have just fucking put a C on the front of that motherfucker and called her Charlie.
Yeah.
Like, why not? I know a couple girls named
You
Charlie.
can do it right now.
I know. She's so dumb. She won't even know. She won't even fucking have any idea.
She'll just hear the Arlie and be like, me?
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's my name. Charlie.
Charlie.
My name has been Charlie my
I like
whole
the
life.
name Charlie. Charlie's a good name.
She's such a good girl. I love her, but she hates other dogs. She doesn't like getting her nails cut. And that's about all the
I
bad
don't
shit I
think
gotta say about that dog.
any animal really likes getting their nails cut. If you think, like they're just kind of.
I've seen dogs.
Fuck you.
They just like chill.
Yeah.
Harley
just
like
chills.
loses her fucking mind.
She's like, don't fucking touch
She
me.
does. The vet when we boarded her last when we went on vacation, when we picked her up, they were like, yeah, don't ever ask us to do that ever again. We're not gonna.
Huh?
Don't even. And by the way, she can't even be boarded here anymore
Why?
Damn.
because they said she weighs too much. She's too heavy, which is bullshit. Because I've boarded her there like 4 or 5 times.
You're just,
Huh? They're just being dicks.
Yeah, I think they were afraid of her. They said that she tried to bite them, and both you guys know Harley. She doesn't bite anybody. You even just said she. Don't
I
bite
could see
nobody.
her. I could see her trying to play, and ending up biting a little too
or
hard.
just being scared in an environment.
I think
doesn't
she
like.
was scared, and that lady was maybe trying to force her to do something she didn't want to do.
I cut
Yeah.
Bowie's nails on the floor the other day. I was just sitting cross-legged, and I just had him, just clipping them.
See, that's the thing. You got to start when they're fucking young.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody did that with Harley when
remember,
she was a baby.
like,
And
learning
in
you
fact,
gotta-
I think she got beat. I'm pretty sure her
That's what
first
we were
owners
saying.
beat her.
That's fucked up. That's so sad
Agreed.
when that happens.
How do we always get into dog abuse?
It's
It's
always
like the third fucking podcast where we start
yeah.
talking about dog abuse.
because
God.
it's just it's all over it's all over.
It's a sore
fucking
subject
everywhere.
for me, honestly.
It's
Yeah.
all over. Fucking so our dog Marley. It's so funny because your dog's name is Harley, but my dog.
Marley.
And they're
our-
both
Harley.
pit bulls.
Charlie.
Yeah, my dog's name is Marley, and we had to end up getting rid of her because she would fucking turn on our other dog Bubba. The first couple times it was just kind of like a quick little scruffle,
Mm-hmm.
and then it
Get away from
quickly turned into like more serious and more serious.
I think both Ryan and I
And-
have witnessed it
And
at
the-
least a couple of times.
The last time that she did it, so my girlfriend watched the dog fight happen, and it freaked her out because she was by herself. Well, not by herself. She had only her other friend there, who's also a girl. So obviously they're not equipped to handle that shit, you know.
It's so sexist. That's unbelievable that you just said
100%.
that.
You should edit that out.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
God.
Okay.
We're gonna
'Cause
get
you
fucking
know-
canceled.
Because you
Okay.
know they're women and they're incapable of
No,
certain
no,
tasks.
but she told me.
Because
She-
you know women have
she told me.
smaller brains than
No,
a man.
no, she fucking told me. She told me. Like I couldn't have.
I'm just fucking with you. I'm just.
fucking. No, but she was with her friend when Marley turned on Bubba, and she couldn't get her off of him. I guess her friends had to help him or help her, and they eventually got Marley off of him. But it freaked her out
remember
enough
this story.
to where to the point, you know, she's calling me because I was at a friend's house, and she called me and she was like crying. She's like, you know, we gotta seriously fucking talk about Marley, you know.
It sucks so bad
And it
because she is
sucks
a
'cause she was
sweet
such a
girl to
sweetheart.
humans.
Yeah,
But at the same time, it's also not worth that risk of hurting or even letting Bubba just live like that in fear
Yeah.
and constant anxiety. Like
Yeah.
he's the happiest fucking dog.
He's a good
now.
boy.
He's the happiest fucking dog.
He got those Biggie Smalls eyes too.
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about?
he's
Yeah.
Hawaiian.
He's like looking left and right at the same time.
He's a big old lazy Hawaiian dog.
That's so racist. Oh my god.
That's not racist.
How old are you?
He's born in Hawaii. He's fucking Hawaiian.
But he's lazy because he's Hawaiian. Okay.
No, he's
He's got
lazy.
big
He's
eyes
just
'cause
lazy
he's
dog.
Hawaiian.
Sorry to our Samoan brothers and sisters.
Oh yes.
You guys are
Whatever.
not lazy.
I don't think we do. We know anybody
You
that's
fucked up.
Samoan?
I know some Hawaiians.
I know a couple. I guess I do.
Yeah, I know
I do.
one.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I know a couple people.
You know what? They like to fight. You ever learn that? I listen to Max Holloway, who's Hawaiian, on Joe Rogan, and he just like put up ridiculous, like statistics, like number of punches landed
Yeah.
in one fight, like unbelievable records. And he just did Joe Rogan, and he's so funny. Like I love the Hawaiian accent, like the cadence of the way that they speak and say words. It's like so fun.
The hell does cadence mean?
You don't know what cadence means?
No.
You know, God, what's the exact definition? I understand
It's
what
a
it means,
rhythm.
but I don't know how to fucking define it.
rhythm?
Yeah, it's like a rhythm. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. You never heard that
I like
word?
that word though. No, I like it.
That's the
though.
name of
That's
his
my-
niece.
That's my niece's name.
cadence.
A modulation or inflection of the voice, or a sequence of notes or chords comprising the close the close of a musical phrase.
Huh. That's fucking cool.
So maybe not a rhythm?
It's an inflection on the voice.
Yeah,
It's the way that
it's an
you-
inflection.
It's
I
the
don't
way.
even know
It's
what-
the way in
I don't
which
even know what
somebody
that means.
speaks.
I don't know what even inflection means,
It's
bro.
it
I seen that movie with Leo. Inflection.
inflection.
They're all on drumline.
I actually did watch that movie
Perspection.
recently, or I tried to watch it. And if I'm lying to you, or if I'm being honest with
If
you,
I'm lying to you.
I fucked that up. If I'm being honest with you, I've never watched that whole movie.
You know,
Yeah,
I've
seen
never
that movie
watched
sober.
Godfather all the way through.
It's so goddamn
Same
long.
with Scarface.
It's like running a marathon. I'd
Yeah.
rather run 10 miles.
Yeah.
I like watching Scarface because they
Scarface
do kind
is
of break
good.
it up into 3 individual hours,
Yeah.
or however the freak long it is.
Good fella.
Goodfellas. Oh my god. Such a good movie.
That
We,
was
yeah,
long.
we've already talked about fucking mob movies and shit.
And dogfighting. We
And
do this every time.
dogfighting.
Fuck.
We always resort back to mob movies and dogfighting.
That's what we like, okay? Fuck. I don't have to explain myself. That's what I like. Shit. I need another beer. Where are the beers?
The beers are right here.
Oh, yeah. Hey, is that one? Wow.
Oh,
you like that?
look at that.
Slick, bro.
Superpowers.
Is that thing still happening right there?
Now let me empty this out here.
All right. Frickin' A. Ryan, you gonna pop open that beef stick?
Maybe.
That sounds fucking.
I wish we had
dirty.
video, because this motherfucker has a Jack Link's sausage thing in his front pocket.
That's what they call it.
You gonna give us that? You gonna pop open that beef stick?
You want me to?
It's beef and cheese. It has a stick of meat and a stick of dairy.
Spicy cheese.
You know what? I've never understood. How the fuck do they get away with not refrigerating that?
Because it's vacuum sealed.
But the cheese.
I don't know. I guess it's not real cheese,
I
probably.
don't know either.
It doesn't need to stay at a certain temperature. I don't understand.
Or
Let
they
okay, that
put some
means it's
kind of
not real
preservative
cheese.
in it to where.
me see this.
Okay.
It's dark in this
Ooh,
motherfucker.
you
I
touching
can't
his
see
beef
shit.
stick? Did you
Touching,
just
I'm actually
grab
holding
another
it by
ma-
the cheese.
Did you just grab another man's beef stick?
That's right,
I
bitch.
That's
told him in the store earlier.
so
Take your
like
hands
you.
off the beef.
All right, here you go. BHA, BHT, and citric acid added to help protect flavor. Pasteurized processed cheese with jalapeno peppers. Made, though, with real Wisconsin cheese. I feel like they're just saying that.
But it's okay because it's made with real cheese.
It's made with it. In conjunction with real cheese. It's got some other shit in there, but it's in there.
What time is it? Maybe I eat
Man,
this.
we got a good pipe system above us, don't we?
Oh yeah, it's definitely raining over here.
We're
under the
legitimately
house.
under the house. We remind you every time, but we are legitimately under a house right now, which is pretty much amazing.
You could call it a basement. You could call it a cellar.
I think engineering in every way is so cool. Like, think about all of the weight that these fucking little I-beams are supporting right now. It's so crazy.
Yeah, and they're really not that strong by themselves, but if you structure them correctly,
What are we talking about?
you know what I
You
mean.
got the sound of Ryan eating a beefsteak in the background. It's ASMR to the fullest.
What is that? ASMR?
I don't know what it stands for, but it's supposed to be, it's like a relaxation thing. It's like a,
You mean people eating relaxes you?
it's not always that.
People eating people.
I watch these like ASMR camping videos. Okay, ASMR, a feeling of well-being combined with a tingling sensation in the scalp and down the back of the neck, as experienced by some people in response to a specific gentle stimulus, often a particular sound. Okay,
Like cracking
You get that?
pepper.
like perhaps the sound of a fire, like the crackling wood, or
Ooh, that's good.
that
Let's
is a
hear your
great
best
sound.
fire.
That's good.
Or the sound of rain on a tin roof.
What about the smell of gasoline?
Is a smell a sound?
No, is it does it only pertain to sound, or could it be
That's what it says.
smell too?
Stimulus.
Stimulus, yeah.
Stimulus.
It didn't say shit about smells.
The smell of rain.
Petrichor.
Smell. Let's see. Okay, when you hear, see, smell, or touch something. So it's like sensory shit. You know your motherfucking senses. I get it when eating, when tasting food. Especially the tingle.
Mm-hmm.
But mine is not on the scalp, down the neck. It's in the testicular region, depending on the food that I'm eating.
I got a feeling in my balls.
Dude, you ever just eat something so good? You're just like rubbing your fucking knees and your balls are tingling and
Not
shit.
really. No,
Get
that's never.
goosebumps.
That's never.
You never get
never
choked.
happened to
You ever
me.
been choked up by a bite of food?
No.
Like, oh my god, it's so good, I could fucking cry.
No.
Oh, okay, maybe once.
What was it?
I don't remember.
Damn.
But I do know that there's a spot on the way up to Red Feather that has really good house-made ranch. And
That's a special thing.
it made me want to take a bottle home.
Homemade ranch is a special fucking thing. If you've never had it,
So good. They
mm-mm.
had these like overly crispy fries, or I guess really deep fried.
You're really far away from the microphone. Ryan's like
He's
2
just
feet
getting
back.
like more and more back here.
I think-
I think he's talking.
Dude, he's talking about crispy
farther.
ass French fries, and I think his balls were tingling a little bit. He looked like
ranch
he feeling
was.
himself.
I mean, it wasn't doing that, but the ranch was really
dude,
good.
I've been like emotional because of food a million times in my life.
Yeah.
Straight up. Even since the 2nd grade. You remember James
Yeah.
Miller used to call me Food Man.
We all the whole class called you Food Man.
I've always just been, see, like a dog, I am food motivated.
Food motivated.
You can get me to do pretty much anything. If there's food involved,
Food, man.
you should see me at a wedding, son. Oh my God.
You're just
Eat
in it.
everything.
Oh, these
Getting it.
motherfuckers walking around with trays of hors d'oeuvres and shit. I'm following them. I'm following them.
Have you seen how hors d'oeuvres is
I've been cut
spelled?
off before. Yeah, fuck that. Dude, French pisses me off.
You going
so
back to
bad.
the beef stick?
Hors d'oeuvres.
Dude, hors d'oeuvres.
Hordou.
See how.
Hordou.
Is Brett Favre, is that a French name?
Favre. Favre.
Because it's
Favre.
spelled Favre.
Brett Favre.
Just
But
like
it's
John
spelled-
Favreau.
No, it's Favre. Sorry, Lacey. I keep burping. I'm going to do it again. But no, French pisses me off. Fuck that shit. I don't like it. Ryan, you're chewing so loud.
You still hear it?
You think,
Yeah, dude.
does that bother you?
Dude, he chews like a giraffe, son. Oh my God. We just lost like 20 listeners. Just through that sequence.
Like,
And,
nope,
and
I'm
we
out.
have about 20 listeners. So that's not good.
I'm out.
Oh my God.
I'm
What is
sorry.
the best thing that you think you guys have ever eaten in your life? Like, can you think of one specific thing that like really fucked you up when you took a
The
bite?
first time I had a gyro.
Okay. When was this?
had a
Where was
what?
it? A gyro.
The fuck is a euro?
You never had a gyro, bro?
You saying euro or
G
gyro?
G-Y-R-O. It's pronounced euro.
I thought it was
It is
gyro.
pronounced Euro.
Well, it depends on if you're talking about a gyroscope or not. But in the sense of this Greek Mediterranean sandwich, it's a gyro. You
Is you-
seriously don't know what it is? You never heard of that?
No.
It's a pita bread with like shaved meat and tzatziki sauce and lettuce and tomato and onion.
It's a Mediterranean specialty.
Do you know what tzatziki is? It's like
No.
a cucumber yogurt sauce. It's incredible.
Tzatziki sauce.
It's great with French
Tzatziki.
fries too.
Just fun to
And
say.
they have
It is fun to
pickled
say,
onions.
isn't it?
tzatziki.
Pickled onions can be included with it too, and those are
Dude, I gotta.
up there with what I like.
You gotta eat some gyro, Chris. I can't believe you never had that. That ain't really your speed, though. You're pretty specific. You stay in a certain lane when it comes to food. I've noticed.
Yeah.
You know what you like. You don't really
Definitely.
you don't fuck around outside of that. And I'll eat anything. Like I said in one of the other episodes, you put some horse meat in front of me, I'm eating it. Dog meat, I'm eating it. Whatever. Camel, kangaroo, I don't give a
Camel.
fuck. Possum.
Jeez. Possum, I
My
feel like
dad
would be
has a
tough.
friend that he's known since I was a little boy who is from Texas. I ain't going to say his name. But he's a wild human being and is notorious for searching for and consuming roadkill that he finds.
What?
Yeah. That's a thing.
You can do that?
You're serious.
Do whatever the fuck you want.
Well, no, I mean, like, you can you survive that?
Yeah. If it's all right.
I thought rotting meat you can't eat.
Well, it depends on how quickly you get to the
That
carcass.
That should be a
watches it.
slogan.
Depends on how quickly you
rotting
get to the
meat
carcass.
You cannot eat.
And you know what? If you stew it and you cook it long enough, you're cooking a lot of bacteria out of there
Yeah.
with heat, you know?
It's still
Meat that you
roadkill,
got from the
though.
road. Fish out some.
I mean, it
tiger mark.
depends. It depends. If it's fresh roadkill and it's only been out there a couple hours, why the
But we're
fuck
still
not?
talking about eating roadkill.
I mean, yeah.
No matter the time duration.
It's free, bitch, and some of these people be doing it. Our
Oh,
country is
no.
fuck, and they don't got no money. All their money goes to.
I mean,
their
if you
meth
hit
lab.
like a deer, sure, or like an elk or something.
Yo, if you hit a deer or an elk, your main concern is probably getting to a hospital.
Unless you have a really big truck
Yeah.
or something.
those giant cow guards on it.
Yeah. That's about your only chance. If you're in a regular fucking like commuter car and you hit something like that, you're getting fucked up for sure.
Yeah.
It's like hitting a telephone pole.
That's fucking scary. That's so scary.
They're out
And
there.
living in Colorado, I never even thought about it really until you're driving in the mountains and then you're like, it's weird to think that that's a thing.
When we were driving back from Rainbow Lakes, I had to slam on my brakes because all of a sudden a fucking deer ran out in front of us. Happens all the time.
And it is literally like they just come out of nowhere. Unless you spot the
They're
movement
so
as
goddamn
you're coming up.
camouflaged.
Mm-hmm.
So goddamn camouflaged. Fucking
Just being a
Charles
solid
Darwin
color
out
that
here.
they are.
What about? Would you ever go hunting, Ryan?
I don't know. Probably not.
I think it.
I don't think it's. I don't think I need to.
I feel like I would do it, but I would feel bad about it. But I'd still do it.
I'd go for the camping aspect, and
And getting to walk through the woods with a rifle.
yeah, and then just let them go hunt, and I'll eat my hot dogs.
But what if they get an elk and they bring it back? You eating
Just
some of that
kidding.
elk?
Oh yeah, totally.
It's good shit.
Dude, elk is by far one of the best meat I think I've ever tried in my
Hands
life.
down. Hands
Elk
down.
jerky. I remember the first time I had elk jerky, and I thought it was the best thing ever.
This guy had an elk burger one time when we were in the woods.
Yeah.
And he I think you might have had some tingling balls. As I recall that experience, you were sitting across from me. You were really enjoying yourself eating that burger.
Dude, I love.
You were really enjoying it.
All right. So one of those foods may be elk.
Bison burger.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah,
I
love the chicken fillet.
I ate a Chick-fil-A sandwich today, right before I came over here.
Regular spicy.
Spicy.
Attaboy.
And I had the mac and cheese
Attaboy.
and some waffle fries.
Those fucking... What are they, Mormon?
Yeah.
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 Those Mormons cook the best
They
chicken.
know how to
How
fucking
the fuck
do
are
it.
some white people from Utah cooking chicken? Are they? I assume they're from Utah.
Peanut oil. I think that's
You
the
know
difference.
what? And I think they put powdered sugar in their dry batter.
How? No way.
We mean how?
It doesn't
They
taste.
just put it in there.
It doesn't taste.
Bitch,
sweet.
I'm telling you,
Look it up.
I made it. I used the fucking recipe one time.
I doubt it.
Shut the fuck. I'm gonna find it.
Mm-hmm.
Powdered sugar. Chick-fil-A. See, boom, comes up.
Ooh.
Chick-fil-A nuggets copycat.
I like where your mind is going, Ryan.
Well, no, that's just on the ground. I don't want to
Oh.
anymore.
Never mind. Well, I like where my mind is going.
Hey, yeah, let's have some of that. Let's have some of that. We're trying to acquire a sponsorship from Screwball Peanut Butter Whiskey.
Yeah. Screwball, if you're ever listening to this, please sponsor us.
You don't even have to give us money. Just like send us a bottle.
Yeah, seriously. And we'll drink it on the podcast and we'll talk about it and we'll talk about how good it is.
You know what we did
we'll give
before
you
we
30
recorded this? We, or at least I
that's
did.
fine. You
I
get Ryan
put,
Nolan? All right.
I put some maraschino cherry juice inside of it to kind of give it like a jelly flavor.
It worked.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't
wasn't
bad.
that bad.
It wasn't as good as the first time I had a peanut butter whiskey. I legitimately chased it with jelly on a spoon, and that was delicious.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers to you.
Cheers to me. And you.
Cheers.
That's delicious.
That's good.
What is happening?
It's the rain. The rain's coming.
Good thing we're under the house.
The British are coming. That's
Dude.
gross.
Isn't timing such a crazy thing?
Yeah.
Timing or just
Timing.
time in general? Oh, driving?
No, timing.
Timing.
Like the timing of events. Like today, before we came over here, me and Ryan were going to go in this store. He had something he was going to buy. And it was the only one of this one thing in the store. And
Oh yeah.
we waited in the car
I see
to
where
finish
you're going.
listening to a song.
With timing.
And when we got out of the car, there was two dudes that were about 10 feet in front of us, walking in front of us into the store that we were going in. And those two dudes just so happened to be there to try to buy the exact same thing that Ryan was trying to be. So they got helped in line
Yeah.
before we did and got their name on it before Ryan was able to put his name on it. And if we hadn't stayed in the car to listen to that song, we were there before them by like at least 5 to 6 minutes.
Yeah.
And we chilled in the car and waited. And if we would have gotten out instead of doing that, Ryan would have been able to buy his thing. They beat us in by like 1 second, literally 1 second.
I mean, I'm not upset.
I mean, yeah,
I'd
things happen.
love that song.
I still think everything happens for a reason.
That's
And,
what I was-
when you said timing, that's what it reminds me of. Like, you're going through a certain feeling or like something happens in your life and then a like song comes on or something comes on the TV at the right time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just kind of, I don't know how to explain that.
Timing's weird. It kind
Even
of
though
makes
the
me.
item was there and I was anticipating getting it because it was there, as I was in line, waiting to get it, or at least try to, I guess. I was kind of just debating and having an internal monologue. Do I need it? Do I want it? Is it absolutely necessary to purchase? And then I guess the guys decided that for me. But I'm not upset because it saved me money.
I think more
At least
people
for a week.
more people should be open to those kind of things. You know, like if something doesn't happen for somebody, they get so upset by it. You know?
Yeah.
They could really beat themselves up, and it changes the way that they're perceiving life around them.
Mhm.
You know, because of this one little thing.
There is a chance that it can be back in stock, but at the same time, I don't really care.
Yeah, it's not like a
If it
necessity.
is, it isn't. No. But
But it's just crazy how that shit works. And it's timing is the backbone to anything and everything that happens for anybody.
And time is all man-made when you think about it. Well, at least like
Our concept of it.
our concept
Rhythm.
of time.
rhythm is intrinsic with us.
Yeah,
Cosmic cadence.
that's cool. That'd be a good. That'd be a good name for a band or something.
That would be cool.
Cosmic Cadence.
That's
Welcome
crazy.
to the stage.
It's crazy that all three of us have like musical roots, and none of us, except for you, Chris, and I guess you guys jam together,
Mhm.
but nobody does any like music in a super serious way, like playing shows and stuff.
Yeah.
I try not to be too
Like we were
serious with
when we
it,
were
but I
younger.
definitely take it serious as far as like my. I don't want to say responsibilities. Like, but I guess it would. I don't know. I guess that's the best word I can think of for it right now is responsibilities. Like I have Danielle, my job, and then music. Everything else is under that.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, and you're seriously skilled. And if any of our listeners are interested, check out the Odd Apollo on Instagram, Spotify.
Yeah. Get those likes in. Let me hear
Get
it.
those plays up.
Get those plays
plays up, baby. No, Chris, you are.
I mean,
you are a really talented musician.
The way I look at it, if people dig my music, that's fucking rad. If not, hey, it's all right too.
I like
think-
it.
I
You're
think-
really
yeah.
fun to play to and
Yeah.
with.
Yeah, you are fun to jam with.
Thank you.
It is fun because you're able to take your skills in music and apply them to so many different styles of music. Like you can touch so many different bases.
I try to. I try to not stay in one lane.
But
Too
and
long.
what's crazy about it is though you're able to do that and still maintain your own personal style throughout all those different sounds.
Totally.
Yeah.
And like even with the recordings I have on my phone of us, each recording is different, and it can still be seen from, a band previous to us.
Yeah. And no, it's a lot of fun, man. I genuinely plus that new toy I have now, I can fucking
Oh yeah. And
Record
plus drum
live.
mics and shit now.
I can
Drum
record
mics are
a live band basically.
It's so
all at the
sweet
same-
having
And it may
drum
not be
mics.
the best. It may not be the best fucking recording out there, but it's a live fucking recording, which is more than what most bands can say.
Absolutely.
I never thought I'd be playing through microphones again.
Yeah.
Quite honestly,
It's crazy
It's
that
fun.
paying for like super expensive studio time is kind of obsolete nowadays.
Mhm.
You don't even really need to do that shit
No
anymore.
way, especially if you have an electric kit.
Oh,
Just
dude.
plug that directly into your mixer. But I mean, I guess you gotta have the skills to provide the electric kit as you would the acoustic.
There is kind of something to be said about
I learned that.
losing the authenticity of like a real nice wooden traditional
the sound
acoustic
and the
kit,
feel too. But I mean, you can replicate any sound.
I learned the other day that I'm not a drummer. I was like, I basically took what we did and I just recorded the guitar track and I was waiting for you to show up to record the one we did.
Yeah.
And I was playing to it and I was like, yeah, I'm not a fucking drummer. See,
It's harder than it looks.
you know what I mean? Like, and in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, I could do this. I could do this. I can hear it in my head. I can
Yeah.
do it. You know what I mean? But I can't.
You have to be
You know what I
steps
mean?
ahead of where you are. You
It's
know,
definitely it's a lot different than I can play a 4x4 beat, you know what I mean, like real simple beat. But like some of the shit that like if you're a drummer, you're doing that shit, and I don't
I'm starting to see that with guitarists since recently picking up a guitar. I didn't exactly know what I was getting into, but I knew I wanted to do something to help with drums or lack of having drums. But
yeah.
relating back to you can hear it in your head and it's the hardest thing to try to play out. I mean that's relative across the board because I can hear stuff in my head and I go to put it on the fretboard and I'm like,
how do I make this sound with my fingers?
Where do I
Well,
start?
that's one of the biggest. That is one of the biggest. I don't want to say demotivators, but that is one of the biggest obstacles about being a musician or being a recording musician. If you're recording music or making music, it's an obstacle because you hear something in your head and you're trying to find a way to get that whatever that is out, and it's hard because you're only one person and you have what you have the
everything.
tools around you to make what you can make. It may not sound exactly like what's in your head, but and I kind of think about it like whatever comes out is what comes out. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't always have to be what's in your head exactly. Whatever comes out is what it is.
Whatever
This
comes
is what
out
it-
and it sounds good.
Right.
It wasn't exactly what you were shooting for, but hey, I like that note.
Right.
That sounds awesome. Let's
Right.
just go off this. And for me, it's like I like that note and I explore, and then I don't even know where that note is anymore. I wasn't paying it.
That's
that much
creativity,
attention.
though. That's where like the creative flow phrase comes from. You know, it's that openness to be like, you know what, I have this idea, but I also have this idea, and what if I fucking can intertwine this shit? It's a flow, and it's like a dance with yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, there's always something happening up there. You know, it's like there's always either a song
Or an idea.
or in my head I'm trying to rhyme a word with another word, like on the back burner, but then I'm like having a conversation up here. You know what I mean? Like it's super weird shit like that.
Human
Like I
mind
feel
is
like
so
I'm
weird, dude.
constantly doing something or listening to a song or doing something in my brain.
Having a pattern. Like it's been helping me a lot recently listening to just drum tracks off YouTube
yeah.
to kind of push me in a direction because not the tracks I listen to, they're all different. So it's kind of hard, but also creatively experimental to push myself and just try to do something different per each song. But I
Yeah.
have noticed another thing with guitar is the patterns with the fingers. Like it's either like index, middle, pinky, or index, ring, and pinky.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I've had so many guitarists try to teach me guitar, and I am too fucking stupid.
Yeah, stupid.
See,
I
and
can't do it.
See, and I feel like I'm too stupid for drums sometimes because like I can play a 4x like a do do ka do do ka, and that's about it. You know what I mean? Or like a I don't know, maybe like a do do ta do do ta do, but it's not gonna even sound that clean though. It's gonna be like I'm gonna be missing and clicking and fucking. You know what I mean?
You don't really play though,
Yeah. But
so it's not bad. But you
I
can
want to
keep a
learn. I
steady
want to
beat.
learn how to fucking play the drums.
Just
I think
put the
that'd be
time
sweet.
on it. Put my old cymbals.
That's all it is. It's
on
time,
the
bro.
kit.
I wish I never sold my drums
just
because
seed
I missed
time.
out on so much fucking time.
Yeah.
And now every time I sit behind a kit, I feel illiterate. And I know that within me, I can play. I know
you
I can play
can.
drums because I used to play every fucking day for years. And now I just feel like I can't. You know,
You can.
there's like a wall. Like every time I try to start playing, I don't know. Like I just can't find it.
You have to
know?
play every day,
It's something that you have to do regularly to get good at.
every single day.
I agree. Which is what we did when we were in high school.
That's all
every
I did.
single day.
We had
especially
jazz
in
band
the morning.
at school, and then when I got home from school, we had band practice at my house. And if we didn't, I was still jamming by myself
Yeah.
every fucking day. On the weekends, every fucking day, I was playing
Yeah.
drums.
Yeah, I would stay up on school nights. I would stay up for hours and hours, just like recording music, so I can put it on my phone, so I could listen to it on the car ride with my mom the next day. It's like, what do you think about this version? What do you think about this version? Because it was all a version. Of
You are,
it
you
was
are
all a
such your
version
father's child for sure, dude.
Of, you know.
But I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that today, actually. Like actually having a piece that you came up with originally and recorded it. Then after you hear it back once, you're like, "Oh, I could go this way. I could
Right.
do this thing." It's just that
It's
one.
like a
little
professional
idea.
athlete watching game tapes,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
or a stand-up
maybe. I
comedian
don't know.
listening to their sets back over and like thinking about how they could reword something and shit like that, you know.
It's as soon as you get that main idea and you hear it back, I think that's just where it's more creative and helpful. It could also
Oh,
drive
yeah.
you crazy too.
But that's how you take shit to the next level. In anything that you're doing, it's self-review
Yeah.
and self-criticism and seeing where your shortcomings are and being honest with yourself about it and trying to figure out ways to improve those areas, you know.
This might sound kind of hipsterish, but I like playing what I would listen to.
For sure.
That's
Like
not
with
hipsters.
like with what you and I do.
Yeah.
I would listen to this or
Yeah.
to what we do because it's different, it's fun, it has a really good
Well,
feel.
I wouldn't play something that I wouldn't listen to. You know.
I guess it could go across.
I think a
Without
lot of
saying.
popular music,
Unless
these people
somebody-
just play music that they
I think
know is
that's
going to
where I'm-
sell.
Unless
I think that's
somebody
where I'm
was-
coming from.
unless-
Not what they would necessarily listen to, but what
Yeah.
they can sell.
Playing
unless,
to
I was gonna
sell
say,
out.
unless somebody's paying me,
Yeah.
I'm gonna play what I want to hear.
Right.
You know.
It's a big problem with music these days. That's why everything sounds the fucking same. Because they're just trying to sell shit. They have a formula for what sells now, you know. And if they stay in these parameters, they're gonna make some money.
Does that formula involve money? Lots of money.
Because there are some incredibly talented bands that will tour forever and barely scrape by forever.
And there's some incredibly shitty bands that are going to tour forever too,
Absolutely.
which is
Like I think about Between the
So
Buried and
fair.
Me a lot in that regard because they're such gifted musicians
yeah.
and they're not mainstream at all. Like,
A lot
they're
of people
not a
know,
household
You'd be
name.
surprised though. A lot of people know about Between the Buried and Me.
I think yeah, to an
That's cool.
extent, but
I mean, they do.
they're not making millions of dollars
Yeah.
off their music, though they deserve it because they're so
They all have
they're
doctors.
so great.
Right.
Yeah, they're doctors of music,
Right.
literally. And they're not going to make millions of dollars off of this
No.
shit.
Right.
They're getting enough money to pay their fucking mortgage and
I was watching
live.
this YouTube video with Periphery, and one of the guitarists said, if we were in this for monetary purposes, we wouldn't be doing this. But them playing what they like, and I guess it goes back to what they like to hear, it's ultimately what drives them because they're all so tight-knit together.
Right. I mean, I like that these it keeps them from selling out.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Pushing themselves,
it keep
trying to sound not like the last album they put out.
Well, I think
That's what you mean.
I think growing as a musician is always good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You definitely
a
always
lot of people
need-
hate on that. Like, oh, I like their old shit better. You know,
It's
that's
not a false
always something you
statement.
fucking hear.
It is. A lot of the early bands,
I'm guilty of that.
yeah, have really good early stuff.
But you also have to appreciate the evolution of an artist.
And also, you got to keep in mind that we all listen, at least Jordan and I, we listen to really shitty music
Oh, dude.
compared to the normal person that listens to just the radio.
My spectrum of music is so fucking broad.
Yeah.
I literally listen to everything.
I was gonna say I listen to a lot of weird, obscure music
Me too.
for sure. Not like not too obscure. Not like.
Oh,
not
dude.
like
Me and Ryan were getting down to some trance before we came
not
over here.
trance. What
I've
is
been
it?
listening to trance
you know, like
recently around the house.
Euro tech music, kind of like.
I fuck with that too.
Oh, yeah.
I fuck with that hard.
I don't like
Picture
that shit.
myself in the club
You don't like Rammstein? Are you
time.
trying to reference Rammstein? Because they're
Yeah.
fucking cool.
Du hast me.
Yeah, they're,
Rammstein's tight.
they're so weird.
They are creative.
But like my spectrum is like Baroque music to gangster rap to Norwegian black metal to Willie fucking Nelson to fucking Katy Perry, bro. Like I like all of the music.
I came up with the spectrum. It's everything from dream pop to Suicide Boys.
All right.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Everything in
With a
between.
little leg of country in there.
Everything.
Ryan is a country boy,
Blues.
after all.
Country boy.
No, that doesn't mean I like
Yeah.
I love the blues.
Country is decent. Try playing the drums.
Dude.
Country drums are hard.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what,
We hold
some
back.
of these drummers in country bands are incredible musicians,
I
but
agree.
you're right, they hold back and they dumb it down
That's the
so
point, though.
much.
You
That's
don't
the
know
point.
what-
I think that's
That says a lot
personally-
about a musician.
I think that's the true test of a not even just a drummer, but a guitar player. We get if you can like that's cool. That's sick, man. That's
It's-
awesome.
Yes.
But that's not what I'm looking for. You know what I mean? I'm looking,
looking for a song.
I'm like, what can you play that fits this right here?
Dude, I have that
know what I mean?
firsthand experience with that because Jordan and I were into this band in high school, and they got rid of a guitarist, and another guy, I guess, auditioned for it, and they put a video up, and it was him just doing sweeps, and that was the first time I had really picked up on that. I was like, okay, that's cool. What else can you do?
Right.
What else can you play, or am I just gonna hear sweeps for the next 2 minutes? And sure
Right.
enough, it was just him doing sweeps. So
What
it was
band is this? Who do you
the
talking
Human Abstract.
Ah, shit. That was a cool show, though. It's Marquee.
That was a
remember
cool
that?
show. That was with that was all original. I gotta pee.
Do you want this?
Dude, I miss going to shows so
Yeah.
bad.
Me too.
Okay, let's close on this, you guys. Let's close on this. Who would you like to see for your next concert, your quarantine breaking concert?
Quarantine breaking concert. I think I've always wanted to see KG Elephant. That's
That'd be
one
a
of
good show.
that's always been one of my dreams. I don't know why. I just haven't. I think I was I was a little too young when they first came, when they were first popular to go, and then by the time that I could go, they weren't really playing that same music. But I like their music now. They just had a weird phase where it was just kind of like, yeah.
Little poppy.
Their last album was great though. I love Cage Elephant. That's one of my favorite bands. I would go see them in a heartbeat. We were supposed to go see Tame Impala.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got canceled. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. We were gonna go see them.
Such a cool name. Such a cool name.
Yeah,
We were supposed to go see Incubus
yeah.
in August. That show got canceled. But you know who I really want to see?
Huh.
I want to see Prof. That's
I
the first show
haven't-
that I want to
I
go
haven't
to.
really gotten into Prof
Dude.
that much.
You know why?
Why?
Because you have not been to one of his shows. It's like the most high energy show I've ever been in. I've been to so many shows over the years in so many different venues and so many different genres of music, but Prof shows are they're a whole different level of energy. It's
Yeah.
so fun and so positive, and everybody in there is just partying and having so much fun, and you can feel it. Like, you can really
Vibing.
feel the vibe.
Oh yeah.
And there's only been a handful of shows where I've really felt the vibe. That Unearthed show at the Gothic
Yeah,
Theater.
that one
These
was
dudes were
awesome
chucking
to
beers
experience.
across the stage to each other and doing solos and chugging
We
beers
were
at the
all
same
on like
time.
the mezzanine level or like the side mezzanine. I don't know what you call
Oh.
it. We had that aerial view over the stage, so
Yeah,
we
dude.
saw everything happen.
That
Hell
was
yeah.
one of the most wildest shows I've
Beer
ever
bongs
seen.
being chucked across the
Who
stage.
was it? It was Unearthed, Protest the Hero, The Acacia Strain.
Maybe Black Dahlia.
Nope, because I've never seen Black Dahlia. I'd remember. Whitechapel.
Yeah, that's right.
Whitechapel.
Whitechapel.
Because Josh Mitchell got laid the fuck out by that big metal dude. You remember that?
It was another thing that we could see from our seats up above.
What is that? Is that oh.
Look at that.
Oh shit, it's the store. Okay. Thank you guys for listening, everybody.
It's a good note to end on.
That's a good note
Stay
to end on.
tuned for new episodes and information coming your way.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.
Have a good night.
Wow.